You're watching the 2023 SCAC Fall Media Days, and today we're taking a dive into the Centenary College men's soccer program. The Gents will be led as they head into the season by head coach Kevin White, along with senior forward Rene Escobar. Coach Rene, thanks so much for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
Coach, we'll get started with you heading now into your third season there at the helm of the men's soccer program at Centenary. Sort of take me through the transition process, the learning curve. What have you taken out of these first couple of years as the head coach of this Centenary program, and what are you excited about heading into year three and the start of this new season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a different place from where I came from. So learning recruiting here, just learning kind of just everyday processes, I think has been something I've picked up on a whole lot more. And this recruiting class especially, I think we're very, very excited about. Brought in a large class this year. We got almost 18 new players coming in with freshmen and transfers. So we're very excited to see these new guys out here because I think we'll be a very different look team from what's been my first 2 years here.
Rene, Coach talks about kind of the transition that this program is going through and the new faces that'll be a part of this team. As one of the senior leaders within this group, take me through your mindset heading into preseason and from that leadership perspective, how do you welcome in all these new faces and try and get them acclimated to this program as quickly as possible?
Yeah, absolutely. Like Coach mentioned again, new faces, a huge class, more than we're used to. We're used to usually having 5 to 7 incoming class, and now almost doubling that number and doubling our roster is huge. The guys, I love the guys. They were so easy to just welcome in, bring them in. We're looking for a place, and honestly, that's kind of the Centenary culture as well. It's a very small niche, so the guys are just always looking up to their leaders. Like me, we got our other captain Sam as well, and all the upperclassmen. But yeah, they're great. They're all willing to learn, willing to listen, and most importantly, what I've seen is nobody's getting complacent after that 4-1 win the other night.
Coach, what are some of the biggest challenges that you saw facing this team coming into the season, and how will you have some assets to kind of combat those challenges and bringing in that type of that new excitement in terms of new faces in this program? Is that something that you see as a real positive when facing those challenges this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think the big class is a challenge and an asset all at the same time. Our record was not what we wanted it to be last year. So, obviously we're trying to improve on that and, be better. At the same time, we have a lot of new faces. So getting the new team chemistry, getting everybody on the same page, that's definitely something that, through this early part of the season is going to be a big hurdle that we have to cross. I love the way preseason has started. Guys are buying in. But, with that many new players, especially a lot of new freshmen, that can be a bit of a challenge just because you're young. They're very hungry. They're willing to learn, but at the same time, they're going to have to learn through mistakes and other adversity that they go through in a college season. So I mean, but at the same time, I think a lot of these new guys are going to contribute and be part of what we're doing. So I don't know if I call it a double-edged sword, but just we'll have a lot of new faces that'll be different and needing to gel a little bit. But I mean, we're excited with how the season started off, but I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves since it is such a young class, and we're just trying to take it day by day and definitely improve big time from last year is the main goal. We want to be better than we were.
Rene, Coach talks about taking it day by day and letting this preseason sort of unfold practice by practice, if you will. What's something as preseason has gotten underway that maybe has surprised you within this group that helps kind of continue to breed confidence in you going into this season?
Yeah, absolutely. Just the work rate, and like Coach mentioned, they're hungry, and like I said earlier as well, there's no complacency. Usually our first week we had fitness tests. I mean, even after the fitness test, you see these guys going heavy legs, and they're still going at it with everything they have. And to me, I mean, there's no that just brings energy to a team, and it makes everybody want to play for one another and play for that guy that's next to you.
Coach, you spoke a little bit about the transition, over the last couple of years and really getting to to integrate yourself within the program and learning, the new style there at Centenary, as you've now had a chance to put some DNA into this program, put your fingerprints on this team. What are some things that the supporters of this program, people that'll be out, watching games, supporting this Centenary men's program, can really expect to see and maybe lean their hat on as a consistency without this group, whether it's style of play, characteristics, culture, those types of things? What are things you're excited about that they can count on?
Yeah, I think the characteristic of our team is going to be that there's just going to be no quitness. I think we know going into, especially when we get to conference play, that we're coming up against some very well-established teams that have, made national splashes and, have been at the top of the conference for a long time. And it's just, I think we're just not going to worry about who we're playing against, but just worry about what we're trying to do and just working really, really hard, playing for each other, just kind of that culture of every guy's going to give it everything they have. I think you'll see that day in and day out with the group we have. That's definitely something we've been trying to build, that mentality of playing for each other, playing for, the full 90 minutes. That's something that I think you'll see out of us quite a bit.
And finally, Rene, wrapping things up, as you've kind of taken inventory heading into this your senior year and thought about some of the goals for this group heading into this season, what have those goals looked like? What have those conversations been like? You've been a part of this program that's, reached the highest of high in terms of mountaintops and success within this league. And so you've been a part of those teams and know what, it takes to get there. What are some of the goals for this 2023 version of Centenary men's soccer, and what will be key to accomplishing those?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely our goal is to win every game. We're not going in fearing any team. And the way we're attaining that, and honestly, thankful for our coaches, like you were mentioning. Now they got their DNA into the system, and I've been here luckily to witness that as well. These past 2 years have definitely been foundation years. I would say more so this last year that we just had. So a lot of changes for the better, and I feel like we finally got our foundation now, and now we're definitely building on top of that. So just continuing to grow, and keep just keep going in, take it day by day, go out there and give it the best we got.
Centenary College men's soccer program. Again, the Gents will head into the season of the guys, the head coach Kevin White, along with senior forward Rene Escobar. Centenary will open up the 2023 campaign when they take on Ozarks on September 1st. Coach Rene, thanks so much for your time and best of luck as you head into the season.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Awesome.